Hello and welcome to episode 128 of my Wurm Unlimited tutorial series. This episode will be on making hedges and a little bit of waffling, because I know a certain amount of you enjoy a good waffle. So normally I would have uploaded this episode on Thursday of the coming week, but because this is the first day of January 2017, I wanted to upload today so that Raynstorm and me would be able to wish you a Happy New Year. So, Happy New Year to y'all. May it be the best year you have ever had, with many better ones in the future. From next week, the series will be on a normal upload schedule of every Thursday. So Wurm will be back to normal. On a different note, I hit 1900 subscribers today, so I want to say a massive thank you to all 1900 of you. Not that you're going to be watching this all 1900, but anyway, I want to say that. Thank you ever so much. Without you, I would have just been a fool on the hill waffling away to himself, and probably by now ended up getting locked up and carted off to an insane asylum. Anyway, Raynstorm is waiting to say hello. So, say hello, Raynstorm.
Hi everyone, Raynstorm here. So sorry, that was really silly of you.
What have I done now? I'm guilty. Wait a minute, I thought it was innocent until proven guilty. What I've worked out here, right, in our interreactions is I'm guilty until proven innocent. What's going on? Is it different in America?
Everyone heard you. You were just waffling on.
Yeah, but I warned them this time.
No, that's true. Happy New Year, everyone.
Okay, so we're going to look at all things hedges. Now, I have with me here a master of the hedgery, but I shall try to enlighten you with the little knowledge that I have. Now, so we're going to look at all things to do with hedges. This is a lavender plantation, which is a lavender hedge, but it's called a plantation, and it's different in one other way to all the hedges, in that you see all these little flowers appearing from it. Normally hedges look like that, but this hedge is not fully grown. How do you know that a hedge is not fully grown on your deed? Well, one easy quick way to tell if a hedge has grown to its full height is if you can walk through it. That tells you it's on its first stage of growth. If it's got to the medium stage of growth, like this hedge over here, you can no longer walk through it. You see, this is a Camilla hedge. So that's an easy way of telling if you've just planted one of your hedges or not. If it's medium height or full height, you can't get in. Another little point to make is we're going to be showing you a full height hedge soon, and they are the best hedges to use for your mazes. And I'm sure you said that you're going to make a hedge maze.
Don't tell everybody my secrets.
Oh, okay, all right. Wow, goodness me, I'm a man. What do you expect? That's what we do. So, what was I going to say now? You've lost my train of waffle. That was it, yes. I was going to show how to pick a sprout, because it all starts with the sprout. So you activate your sickle, right-click on your bush, and go to nature. And if the bush has a sprout, it will say pick sprout. Will it not, Raynstorm?
Yes.
Thank you.
So let me help out here.
Go on then, yeah, because I need it. You know that.
You are definitely waffling. There are three sizes of hedges. There's the low hedge, like this lavender, the medium, like the camellia, and then there's the tall hedge. Now, the lavender is the only one that will always stay at low level.
Oh, it always does. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. The camellia bush will start at a low level like the lavender and grow to the medium.
But it'll eventually get tall though, won't it?
No, not the camellia. Camellia stays at the medium level all the time.
Ah, okay.
Tall hedges, which are the rose, the cedar, the maple, the oleander, and the thistle, the thorn bush, those are the ones that grow tall. They'll start off as low like the lavender. They'll get to medium like the camellia, but then they will grow tall.
Okay, well,
So
I got that.
when they're all at the low level, you can walk through them.
Hmm.
Like I said, the lavender will always stay low. It's more decorative versus functional.
Okay.
And it's the only one that has little flowers on them like this.
What was the... do you remember when we was on Xanadu and we started that new massive... do you remember that massive deed that we started right on the side of the mountain, and we had all them critters coming down, and you was like going crazy because they kept attacking you, and you went off into one on your hedge and I went off onto one on another hedge. What was the hedge I was making, and why was I making that particular hedge?
We made cedar hedges.
That's it, cedar
We did
hedges.
that because the animals cannot get through them.
That's
They're
it.
like a wall.
And we did one, didn't we, across the mountain?
Yeah, through the whole mountain. Right along the edge, so they couldn't come down and attack us on our deed. Because it was an odd-shaped deed, it wasn't like square. It was like zigzags all the way
That's
across.
right.
Very cool. It almost had like a Western or a Indian kind of pattern to it. It
Yeah.
looked really neat. Southwestern, that's what I was trying to
And it'll still be there as well because it was hedges.
Yeah, the only way to get rid of hedges is you have to destroy them, just like a fence. You would, well, we'll get to that in a minute. So anyway, this is the lavender hedge, and a lavender bush is where you get the, of course, the sprouts from, and you need 5 sprouts of the same type bush in order to make the hedge. And like I said, the only ones that you can do are the lavender, and that only goes to the low level. The oleander, the camellia, that's the medium height one, stays at medium height. And the oleander, the cedar, maple, rose, and thorn bush will make the tall one.
Yeah.
Those are the only sprouts that you can make hedges with.
Well, thankfully you give me 5 or 6 sprouts, so I've got one in case of failure.
Correct.
Hmm.
Now with the hedges, when you plant them, I don't know how it factors in the quality, but I've used low quality sprouts and got a really high quality hedge, and I've used really high quality sprouts and I've got low quality hedges, and I have a high quality gardening skill, so I think it's just random.
Yeah, there's no real logic there, is there? It is just purely a dice roll.
Right.
Hmm.
So let's go down and show them where the tall hedges are.
Yeah.
Go through. And it's really nice to have these hedges because they're like enclosures.
I hope this dog isn't doing its thing on your hedges.
Well, it probably is.
Oh,
The
okay.
one thing about hedges is they don't rot, so you don't have to repair them. You don't have to water them like a fence on a deed where you have to repair it all the time. Oh look, for New Year's we've got sparkly lights.
Where?
Look over there.
Oh, is that them big columns? Oh, yeah. How beautiful is that? Yeah, how lovely. That must be great in Wurm Online at the moment, seeing that, and everyone... You remember when we was there and like New Year's, it'd all be like the chat channel be full crammed with Happy New Year's and pleasant remarks, and then for every other day of the year, of course, it would be battles in the comments. But anyway.
There's some other sparklies out there in the water too.
Is there?
Look over by the
Oh yeah.
the Newbie Islands over there to the
Yeah.
right. It's different sparkly. The
That
ones on the left are colorful, and that
Yeah.
one just looks like sparkly.
That's so cool.
So here is an example of a tall hedge.
Hmm.
Okay. Now I'm going to prune this back. You can prune your hedges. It doesn't destroy them. They will grow back. So I'm going to prune this one.
Reason for people doing that?
Pruning?
Yeah.
Well, you can't walk through them, right? But if you, let's say, enclosed yourself and forgot to put a fence in there or a wall, you can always come over here and prune it all the way down.
And then you can walk through it.
Yeah.
Very clever.
See, now I can walk through it.
Yes. Very
Now,
good.
on a deed, if somebody comes onto your deed, especially Wurm Online, if it's deeded, they won't be able to prune those hedges back unless you give them the permission to do that.
Good. The amount of fights I've seen start over someone pruning someone else's bush or hedge. You wouldn't believe.
Yeah. So I'm going to prune this back down one more, so you can see the 3 different heights. Oops.
Oh, right. Okay, that's a good
I
idea.
failed my pruning. Says you make a lot of errors and need to take a break.
Yeah, that sums my life up.
Oh, there I go again. Dang, I'm failing.
You must have been on the bottle.
I am. It's New Year's. What do you expect? There we go. So
Yeah.
there's the 3 different heights. When you first plant the hedge, it's going to be this low. When it grows up a little bit, it'll be medium and nobody can walk through it anymore. And then when it gets to the full height,
It's ready for a maze.
you can't look over it. And,
Yeah.
and you can't walk through it.
So, when are we going to take a look at dragon vipers? I really want to show that to everyone. That should have really been this New Year's Day episode, but you know what? We have to do that this year. That must be a mission to show the world one of the greatest deeds I've ever seen in Wurm Online or Unlimited, without question.
He did a beautiful job on his
Oh,
castle.
absolutely. We must get around to showing that real soon.
Oh, I wanted to show one other thing.
Oh, right.
You
What's
can
that?
hand dye your hedges.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have some black dye in a little pottery jar. The reason why I like black dye is because it tones the color down. If you add white to it, it gets really super bright. Sometimes it's too bright. So here I'm going to, I can actually dye 2 hedges with 1 pottery jar full of dye. So it's like
Must be magic dye. Surely 2 whole hedges.
So that's
Oh yeah, look at that. Cool.
I dyed that.
Yeah, that looks really. You can really tell the difference. Effective.
So I gave you 5 or 6 sprouts, and I'll let you plant some sprouts. You can plant it right here. This one's going to be a rose bush. Now all of the hedges, with the exception of the lavender and the maple, seem to have the same leaf pattern. This one that I just cut down is an oleander. Cedar seems to have the same look. Even the camellia had the same look. I have never seen a rose one, so Gamster's going to plant the rose one for us, so we can see if there's a different change in the leaf pattern.
Okie doke, let's do this. So, we activate a sprout, right click on the tile border, and hopefully the guard isn't going to jump, and then we are going to plant naturally.
Correct.
Okay, let's see the progress. Oh, went up, and there we go. There, that is how, and there is a rose hedge.
Yeah, it looks just like the oleander and the cedar.
They'll probably change the graphic eventually.
Now, the one thing I was wishing that the rose bushes would have would be roses on it, but they don't.
They don't,
So
no.
my trick for roses on a rose bush is I'll make the rose trellis and I'll push it into the rose hedge, so then I have my roses on it.
Yes, she really does go to that level and back again on her deed. You would
I'll
not
let
believe.
you waffle for a minute. I'm going to go over to the magic shop area so that we could show them the
Oh,
maple,
okay.
and
Yeah.
I'll teleport you over there.
Yeah, it sounds good to me. So, did you want another rose bush? Oh no, I've only got 1 sprout, so I couldn't do it even if I wanted to.
No, you're fine.
So, hopefully the rest of you have all had a chance to log into your worms and seen all of the New Year's festivities, especially to Wurm Online. That has got to be the biggest reason I miss not playing on Wurm Online is for times like Christmas and New Year and Easter and all the other special times throughout the year. Because in the chat channels, it's like really amazing. Really, that's when all the nice people come out to play, it would appear. Because you get some really nice comments and other stuff. You also get some very, very funny circumstances occurring. Some really odd and funny events occurring. Where some really strange arguments can start up about different things. But, you know, overall, around Christmas and New Year, it's great to be in Wurm Online.
Ready?
Yep, I'm absolutely ready. I was mid-waffle, but you know what? I put it on hold, on pause.
Okay.
Waffle me over.
Okay, so where I teleported you was between our
Oh, there's a
magic
snowman.
shop. Yeah. We're at the garden center and the magic shop. So the one here on the right is maple, and you can see the leaves are look like ivy.
Yeah, no, that's really nice hedge.
And they're really, really bright.
Yeah, I like that.
And I personally don't like it that bright. That's just way too
Well, it's
bright.
funny because the maple wood itself, if you make something, it's really dark, isn't it? And yet...
It's kind of a yellowy color, yeah.
Yeah, and yet the hedge is really bright.
I'm just going to dye this hedge with the black paint just to show you how it kind of tones it down.
Oh, okay.
So that to me looks better.
Mm.
But that's just me. And if you come around the hedge here, since we can't go through it. Boy, you're walking slow in that armor.
Yeah, well, you know, I've got to stay protected.
Come on, you can make it around the corner there.
I was seeing if I could pick a sprout, thank you very much.
Oh.
But you probably put all my rights off, so I couldn't even if I wanted to. Oh, I like the trellis. Very nice touch.
See how the trellis is there? Well, in the rose head, I would just stuff that back in there a bit.
Yeah.
So that you could just see the
that's
roses.
That's a good idea. That really does look lovely, that trellis. Bit prickly though, isn't it?
It might have some thorns on it.
I'm sure it has.
Okay, so that's all I have to say. You can paint hedges. There's the 6 or 7 different types. We talked about the different heights of them.
You mentioned as well, you left a comment, didn't you, in the flower bed episode that you can paint flower beds, because we didn't mention that, did we?
Yes, come this way real quick.
Yeah, show us that.
Yeah, come on this way. Come around here. You can do it. Come on.
I'm doing 5.53 kilometers per hour, you know. That's not bad for an old timer.
In plate?
Yeah, in plate.
We're almost there.
Why have you got a big glowing boulder? Oh, it's adamantine.
Yeah, and it's rare.
Nice. I'll have to sneak in here at night and do a bit of chiseling, eh?
So here...
That troll really ought to lay off the alcohol, you know.
I know.
He still ain't learned.
Either that or it's really super strong and hasn't come out of it yet.
Oh, he's hibernating, probably.
Yeah. So the one on the left here is stained. The one on the right is the natural. And I stained the one on the left like a bronze color that I came up with.
Yeah.
And notice the dirt looks richer even.
Yeah. It does in actual fact, but it suits the flowers that you've got planted in there.
Yeah, it does. It does.
It is to great effect. I mean,
and
it's...
You can also paint mailboxes, which we haven't gotten to yet.
No, we certainly have not. But at least now we've shown colouring your flower beds. Thank you, Raynstorm. Now, do you have anything on your possession that could possibly be associated with celebration and New Year?
Well, as a matter of fact, I do.
Do you? And what would that be by chance? Or perchance?
Lots of fireworks.
Oh, cool. You going to give us a firework display?
Sure. Now why all of a sudden it won't let me
Oh, look at that. A box has miraculously appeared at your feet. Now let's hope it don't blow up. I'm going to stand back. Oh, yeah, look at that. How cool.
Are you watching up?
Yeah, I followed it. That's how quick I am. Check me out. Yeah, that's really nice.
Happy New Year!
Yeah, Happy New Year. Thank you ever so much to all of you that have been following us. Okay, so if you want to say goodbye, I will say the New Year outro. Although it's the same as the old year.
Bye, everyone. Have a Happy New Year.
Wherever you are in the world, God bless you, every last one of you, and keep you all safe. Thank you for watching, and have a very happy New Year, and hopefully the best New Year you've ever had. Thank you. Goodbye.